Hello everyone, I'm here to talk about is becoming an RBT worth it? The stress, the pay, and the growth. So like and subscribe, comment, and share to your friends and families. All right, so they can get the same information also. I get this question a lot. Is becoming an RBT worth it? Is becoming an RBT worth it? Mark, what's the pay? Mark, what's after RBT? Mark, is there a lot of stress? Do you work a lot of hours? Etc., etc. I gotta tell you guys, it all depends, right? It all depends on the person, it all depends on the work ethic, and it all depends on where they want to be after becoming an RBT. So if you haven't watched any of my other videos, go watch them. It'll tell you how to become an RBT. It'll tell you the step I take to pass the exam, etc., etc. And it'll tell you like five tips on becoming an RBT, etc., etc. I think I do mention some of my pay in the other videos too, so you can go check those out also. But is becoming an RBT worth it? For me, yes, becoming an RBT is worth it. And the reason I say it's worth it for me is because of the potential growth there is in being an RBT. And my last career, I talk about my last career a lot. My last career, for you to promote, you'd have to do a lot of how do I say this? A lot of buddy with someone else, just so your supervisor can like you in order for you to grow. And in an RBT, it's not like that. In an RBT, you'd have to go to school, get your bachelor, become a BCBA, board certified assistant behavior analyst, and then get your master's, become a BCBA, which is a board certified board certified behavior analyst, and then become a BCBA-D. So you like it's step to it, but when you have those certification, it's very hard to get. It's very hard to get to not get in the position that you want, because if your supervisor don't like you, it's their loss. It's not your loss, it's their loss, because if you're a good BCBA or BCABA or BCBA-D, they just lost, right? And BCBA and BCABA, it's rare to find these people in this industry, right? So there's not a lot of them. So that's why I prefer this field a lot, because I can grow based off of my education, not based off of if someone else likes me or not, or if I'm not pleasing them, regardless if I'm doing what's right or not, right? So that's the best part about it for me, right? So that's why I think it's worth it. For you might not think it's worth it because, well, it doesn't give you the flexibility that you're looking for. It doesn't pay you as much. It doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't, you drive too much, or you can't, the stress is too much for you, etc., etc. So the next thing is stress, right? And is it worth it in terms of stress? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, the stress level is high, right? I have kids of my own, so when I'm done with my client, I have to go home and they're with my kids too. I mean, I don't have a problem with it because they're my kids, and I don't have a problem with it because I like my client. But sometimes you don't get the best client, and you just have to suck it up. Sometimes your client is headbanging. Sometimes your client is punching, biting, or doing everything else that you're like, man, nothing is working. Some days it's gonna be like that. Some days all your reinforcement might not work, so you're just gonna have to deal with it, right? So is it worth it in terms of stress? For me, again, yes, because I know the work I'm putting in, the next couple days I come in, like the kid improve, right? My client improved. So in terms of stress, I can deal with stress. So I personally feel like it's a great it's a great field for me. My last career, I was under stress also. I was under worse stress. So This is nothing for me. Let's see. For you, if you don't think you can handle stress, I wouldn't recommend it. You can go crazy. You can start growing gray hair because it is stressful at times. And if you do have kids at home, and you're gonna go home and deal with it also, that's even another stress. If you do have, on top of it, another autistic kid at home, or a kid with really maladaptive behaviors, and you go from work to home, that could be very stressful for you. So like I said, the stress all depends on who and how well you can handle the stress. So is becoming RBT worth it? It's on potential of growth. To me, it's worth it because of growth. Is it worth it for stress? To me, yes, because I can see great result at the end. So it's all contingent on the person, or how the person can handle stress, or how they or how are they when they in that situation, etc., etc. All right, is becoming an RBT worth it when it comes to pay? All right, that one is very, very like, let me answer this question. To me, I think it's worth it. Right now, getting paid the amount I'm getting paid, not a lot of people get paid that much. Right? I'm in Florida, not a lot of people get paid that much. There's people here that still get paid $10 an hour. There's still people here that gets paid $15 an hour. There's still people here that get paid $18 an hour. There's still people here that get paid $20, $22 an hour, right? I'm grateful that I was able to get $30 an hour. So, and which is very good. Not a lot of company hires RBT and pay them $30 an hour. Just, you don't see it. Not a lot of RBT get paid $25. Not a lot of RBT get paid $22. I've seen RBT that get paid $16 an hour. Insane. But anyway, so again, it all depends on what company you're working for. It all depends on who you your acceptance of pay, I guess. So if you're accepting $10 an hour, that's on you, buddy. I would say, and if you watch my other video, I tell everyone, negotiate your pay. It doesn't matter if you're running for the president seat. I'm exaggerating here, but negotiate your pay. Right? You got to understand this, right? A company is not going to pay you $1 and they're making $1.25. Does that make sense? They're going to pay you 10 cents and they're making $1.25. So that means they have room for margin in case of inflation, in case of whatever, in case they can't afford to pay, they're not getting a lot of clients anymore. So in case for emergency, so they have that big room in case they have to give you a raise. So they know. So trust me, negotiate your pay with every and any company you are. If you're not even watching this to become an RBT or whatever job you're gonna become or you wanna do, go and negotiate your pay. Negotiate. Become a negotiator if you need to. But yeah, do that. So, is it worth it in terms of pay? Again, for me, it's worth it. For you, if you're accepting $16 an hour, you think that's worth it? That's worth it. I know people that get paid $16 an hour as an RBT, $18 an hour RBT, from $21 an hour as an RBT. That's not worth it for me, right? Especially some people, they drive like 45 minutes away. That's not worth it for me, all right? Because then are you really making that money then if you really make up if you add up all the gas, mileage, tire wear, all these stuff that you're adding up? No. All right. Anyways, so in terms of growth now, right? So we went over, is it worth it to become an RBT? For me, yes. Is it worth it to become an RBT because of the stress? To me, yes, because I see the result in the back end. Is it worth it to become an RBT for the pay? Yes, because my pay is much more than other RBTs. Is it worth it? Now, the last one is it worth it to become an RBT in terms of growth, right? So I just spoke about that in the beginning of this video. So yes, to me again, yes. And the reason I say that is because if you really think about it, there's no other company or there's no other field that, okay, let me not say there's no other field. There's not that much field that allows you to promote based off of your education. It's rare, right? It's always based off of if someone like you or not. So let's say I go do finance. I get a bachelor in finance and I go to this industry. I'm like, hey, I got a bachelor in finance. And they're like, okay, well, here's a job, right? Great, I got a job. Now, let's say I got a master's degree in finance. And if 2-3 other people got a master's degree in finance, if the boss doesn't like me, I'm not getting in finance. Now, let's say I go to another company for finance. I got a master's degree in finance. If they don't like me because of something I said in an interview, or they're not going to hire me, they're not going to be hurt. They'll be fine. The company's still going to run, so on and so on. But with ABA, their company can't run without a BCBA, without a BCABA. So they need a BCBA for their company to run. It cannot. You need a BCBA to supervise the RBTs. And the growth, so let's say you're RBT right now, you started off at $23 an hour or $25 an hour. When you become a BCABA, which is the next step, you literally can, if you literally look and negotiate your pay, you can literally make about $50 to $60 an hour right after you get your bachelor. So you went from 25 to 50 to 60. You double your pay easily. And if you go from BCABA to a BCBA, you can literally ask for $75 an hour to $80 an hour. With a BCBAD, you can literally ask however, I'm not gonna say however much, but like around the same as a BCBA, right? You can say, hey, let me get 85, 90, or whatever, right? But you're making $120,000, $150,000 a year easily, right? So in terms of growth, so it's from not having a degree, it's just a high school diploma or a GED, to having a bachelor, to having a master, and to having a doctor. And all of these pay, they're like, you're not making $1 raise, right? You're not getting $1 raise. You're getting $10, $20, $30 raise. So in terms of growth, is it worth it? It's not just for me. I would say for you too, it's worth it. Unless you're making $60 an hour now, by all means, I guess it's not worth it for you. But I'm not making $60 an hour right now. And I just want to be honest with everyone. Don't listen to these gurus out there that says, oh yeah, become an RBT, go pay for, go buy this course, so on, so on. Or become an RBT is great, so on, so on. There's pros and cons to it, but there's more pros to me than cons, and that's why I'm in the field. So to answer all the questions that I asked to help you guys out, so you guys can have a better understanding, yes, it's worth it. Becoming an RBT is worth it. There's some cons to it, but if your end goal is to become a BCBA, which is, you guys are watching my journey, at least a BCABA, but BCBA is what I'm trying to go for. Watching my journey, it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. And once I graduate, and God willing, I will let you guys know my pay also. I will let you know how long it takes me to see my first paycheck, how much it is. Oh, hey guys, I just entered $10,000 or whatever, $5,000 or every 2 weeks. Like, I will let you guys know everything I have. I'm keeping it transparent with you guys so you guys can trust me. Like I said, follow, subscribe, so you guys can keep getting these updates from me. And if you don't want to do it now, I'm not telling anybody to do this. I'm not getting paid to promote this. I just wish I had somebody like me helping me when I wanted to become an RBT or I was looking for a career. That's it. So that's it, guys, for today. I'll see you guys probably next week or tomorrow. I don't know, one of these days. I'm trying to cut my video times to maybe 2-3 times a week, and then give you guys a lot more shorts, because I don't want you guys, you know, waste your time or, you know, to watch videos. So, all right, guys, don't forget, again, like and subscribe, share, comment, and in the next video I'll probably talk about some tools I use to pass my exam. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye.